Greetings and salutations from the My One Cent podcast. Welcome back, everybody, for another great episode of the show. Today, as you see, it's just me and Justin today. Apparently, we're two men short. Brandon's view on underscore on Instagram and Twitter. He's his birthday today, so if you want to give him a little shout out, I think he's at what's that gay strip club where the male strippers are at? I don't know, I think he's over there.
Chippendales.
He's making it rain. And Mr. underscore V305, he's I don't know where he is actually. He's Alex the Great, and he must be performing in his residency in Vegas, doing all those beautiful magic tricks that he does. So, like it used to be back in the day, it's just me and Jake. Hey, that was pretty good. That rhymed pretty good. And it is middle of the week. It's Tuesday. Since normally we do the show on Tuesday, and it's actually a special Tuesday because it's election night. Me personally, did not vote. I chose not to vote. Don't look at me with that face. I don't care what anybody tells me. I don't, my one vote ain't gonna make a difference anyway. But I don't, I don't have a horse in either race, bro. So I'm just like, look, I voted for Obama twice. I voted for Hillary. So I have voted. I just didn't vote this year. So, I don't know if you're comfortable. Are you comfortable expressing, letting the world know your vote? I don't know. I don't want to get you in anything. I'm just asking.
Bro, it's not the fact of who you vote for, bro. It's your civil duty as an American, bro. It's your right to vote. No. That is unacceptable. You should have voted, bro. That's ridiculous. It's your civil right. It's a freedom that most people would die for.
I voted before.
What does that have to do with? So what?
I didn't want to vote this year. I just chose not to vote this year. Look, but people can tell me all you want. I don't believe my one vote is a huge difference, honestly.
Until one candidate fucking wins by one vote.
Okay, look. The only thing I will say is I neglected to really think it over in the sense that I didn't think about all the other things I'd be voting for. I only thought about the presidency. So I admit that I could have not voted for either one of them and just moved on and done all the other votes, for all the other
candidates. That affect your local Miami.
In that aspect, in that sense, I say, okay, well, maybe I should have thought about it a little bit better. That's all. But don't think that I didn't do it. Oh, I didn't want to. I just didn't. I honestly didn't feel the need to vote for any one of these gentlemen. So. But again, like I said, I did think about it after, and I'm like, I left all the other shit on the table, and I could have had a look. If I should have gone, it was the marijuana thing on there this year for Florida. Yeah.
No, but there was an amendment to say to bring stuff back. Listen. My sister right now is probably listening to this podcast, and she is going
live. When she listens to it.
No, well, you got to act like they're listening to it. The listeners right now are probably like, "What the fuck you mean he didn't?"
You'd be surprised.
Use a civil duty to vote. That's insane.
I think you'd be surprised on how many people probably didn't vote and chose not to vote this year.
And that's depressing,
dude. But isn't it also my God-given American right to choose as well?
I mean, it is. I mean, it's your freedom to or not to vote, but it's your civil duty to vote. I mean, it's just. I don't
believe that that's the case. I don't believe it. It's my duty. You know why I say it like that? Because
you don't have to stop at a red light at a stoplight. You do it anyways, right?
You might.
No, you don't have to. You're
not gonna die for not voting, but you're gonna die if you take a red light. Possibly, there's a good chance. So no.
You don't know if you might. I mean, indirectly, you might die for not voting. You never know. Some politician might make it some way that now the purge is a thing, the actual purge, and look, and now you might be in a certain area of town that you get purged off, and now just because you didn't vote for X, Y, and Z, now ABC fucking happens, and now you're dead. So
listen, the purge actually
the butterfly effect.
I think I'd be okay with the purge.
Yeah,
but without the murder part, no murder.
Oh,
no murder and no rape. Come on, no raping either. I think you can.
So you're just getting away with stealing.
What's left then, really?
And vandalism.
Okay, so then can we
the
allow?
whole point of the purge was to purge the poor And the minorities. That's literally the whole point of the purge.
We can't allow sexual assaults, man. Not even to like adults and not minors, like no kids, no women and no kids. But you can't. I can't allow it. So yeah, I guess no purge then. Because if it's just gonna be just stealing shit from people,
people do that shit now.
Yeah, people do that shit all the time now. So I guess it wouldn't be fun if there's no murder and rape. I mean, for the people who like that kind of stuff, I don't condone that activity. So I'm just saying, if you're gonna do something that drastic, I guess you have to, add the crazy stuff that we probably would. We don't think that way. We're not gonna. Hey, and there he is. Like I said, Alex the Great, just boom, like a magic. Like magic. Eventually, he's gonna pop up somewhere. I see he's right there. I see his little icon pop up. But anyway, yeah, okay. But you gotta understand. Okay, you say it's my civil duty, but it's also the duty of the people that we vote for to do the things they say they're gonna do, and a lot of people don't do that. So it's my civil duty, but it doesn't have to be their civil duty to perform the duties of their office and why people voted for them.
Well, for you not voting, now the people that you would like to do something other than the other people are not going to be, well, I don't know if they're not going to be in office, but they have a less of a chance to be in office.
But I don't think any of those people do anything for anybody. They get in and then that's it.
Oh, yeah, they don't make laws or they don't reduce or raise taxes or they don't do any or peace treaties or they don't the government doesn't do anything.
They do stuff to just fuck you in the ass, basically.
Well, they fuck you in the ass if you're supporting people that don't support you, which most Americans do by voting for a certain individual.
The one who didn't fuck me in the ass was Mr. Donald J. Trump, actually, because my paycheck went up with this man. So I mean, if I were to gun to my head and I had to pick someone, I probably would have voted for him. Actually.
Well, you could have voted for him. At least you would have been using your vote to vote.
No, it's okay, bro. I'll use my voice here to just talk to you about it. Okay.
That's very unfortunate.
Sir, Alex.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You're coming in loud and clear, sir.
Awesome.
As we were talking, we just started rambling on stuff. We were talking about election night and how he's disappointed in me that I didn't vote this year. I'm pretty sure. I think you might share the same opinion since you voted as well.
Yeah. We have the right, man. It's.
But I also feel like I have the right not to vote either. So,
I didn't vote the last election. So yeah, I agree.
I voted last election. I voted the two before that. But I didn't vote this one. So I don't know. It is what it is. But now we're not gonna make this about politics, obviously, because it's a big night. It's election night. I have it on in the background right now. I'm Virginia. Biden's losing by half there. So, I mean, honestly, I feel like Trump's gonna end up winning. I don't see how he. I wouldn't be shocked though if Biden wins, though. I'm just saying.
I think it's gonna be a lot closer than the last election.
I think it's gonna be a lot closer.
It's not gonna be like
that people think as well. I don't think it's just gonna be a landslide like they like to say in the political realm, the terms.
Right.
All right. So we got the three-headed monster here. Obviously, not only is it a big night because of the election, but we're celebrating a big victory for the Miami Dolphins, our team, on Sunday. Could have been bigger. Could have been a bigger victory if maybe they didn't. I don't want to say handcuff, but I don't know. I feel like they could have. Now, mind you, the defense that we played was better than I gave them credit for. I didn't realize that they were actually a better defense than, as far as numbers goes. You brought it up to my attention, Justin, the other day when we spoke about them being a top 10 defense. I was unaware of them being top 10 until you told me that. I knew that they had two of the best defensive players in the league. Obviously, the best player overall in Aaron Donald, who, as you can see on the second play of the game, stripped, Tua, which I did say, and I tweeted that I'm glad it happened early. Like something like that happened already. Like get it off your system. You got a turnover, so what? You're done with it. Now you can just play ball. So we had a big victory. I'd like to see what you guys thought as far as what your goods or your I had another term for it. But anyway, your good and your bad as far as the game goes. And actually, I'm going to start with Alex since he just jumped in, or do you rather me start with Justin since you just jumped in?
Justin can start.
Okay, give you a chance to put your thoughts together. So, yeah, Justin, we talked a little bit on the text and whatnot about the game, and So just overall for the people listening, what are your thoughts on the game? Good, bad? Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, it's like we win the game, and winning is always a good thing, especially when your defense shows up the way your defense showed up. So, I mean, there's not really much to say. Um, I don't want to do the if, but, and whatever, but you also let up almost 6 yards per carry. So your rushing defense is just not. It's still not there, and it's evident. We keep winning because we jump out to leads that our defense brought to us and our special teams brought to us. So in that aspect, our defense played clearly well enough to win. They carried the team. Our offense looked stagnant. Our rushing game not there. I get that you're playing, one of the best defenses, but I mean, you didn't do anything. When you scored both of your touchdowns. One of the drives started at the 1, and the other one started within their 50-yard line. So it's like your offense didn't do anything, and it's a cause of concern. Myles Gaskin's not going to be out for 3 weeks, so see you later, Myles Gaskin. He wasn't doing. He had okay games.
He was okay.
He wasn't as great as everyone was. Myles Gaskin. Catching the ball, doing all his, stuff that Chan Gailey wants your running back to do. I guess that's why we traded for DeAndre Washington, because he does the exact same things. DeAndre Washington.
No, I know. I'm just
oh yeah, who? You raised the question: why not sign Le'Veon Bell or Leonard Fournette, but you give up more draft capital to get another running back that you don't know is good? I feel like we already did that with Matt Breida. Matt Breida's just going to be on the sideline though. Anyways, I digress. Back to the game. Tua, still don't know anything about Tua. Is he good? Is he bad? Fuck it. I don't know. He threw 1 touchdown. Good on him. Had that 1 turnover. Really not his fault. Other than that, that's really it. Our defense carried us to a game, and hopefully against Arizona we could get some offensive production.
Well, we'll talk about the Arizona game later on. I definitely want to look ahead. Yeah, I agree. I think about the game and I'm like, man, if the defense doesn't score and the special teams doesn't score, then what kind of game are we going to have? Are we having? And what does the outcome look like? Do they still score enough to beat us without those 2 touchdowns? I don't know. I don't know how the game would have played out if things were different, obviously, because they weren't. But yeah, Tua, that throw, he made some really nice throws. Like the throw to Grant was on the money. It had oomph on it, boy. It was nice. The touchdown, I thought was beautiful. He put it right in the only place he could have put it, and then it was just a great throw. I love lefties. I love lefty quarterbacks. So it's just to see the arm, the way it comes from the side and stuff, whatever. Yeah, the offense, no running game. That's evident. I get Gaskin has been serviceable. He's been somewhat productive. Has he even had 100 yards yet in any game? No, right?
Not rushing, no.
No, not rushing. Okay.
Nope.
So to think back and look at the first round. I know you're not a fan of first round running backs, Justin, but you do look at the first round. We took a corner with our last pick who has been not playing well. In fact, dude, when was it Byron that went out again or Xavier went out? He came in this past weekend, and I'm like, oh my god, here we go. And I felt like they went right at him as soon as he hit the field. They went right at him.
Yeah.
So is the kid going to be good eventually? I don't know. But I'm thinking of some of those guys that might have, look, your boy, not saying that the Dolphins would have taken a chance on Hilaire that late in the first. The Chiefs did because they were Super Bowl champs. They can do shit like that.
And they still went out and got Bell.
And they still went out and got Bell. So, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I thought they were going to take Swift. The Dolphins were that 3rd pick.
I look at it now and I'm like, I know you don't believe in that, Joseph, but dude, we don't have anything. We spent money on Howard, who is gone. I don't know where he is. Breida, I feel like Breida just doesn't get enough touches. I don't know. I feel like he should get more touches, and then maybe we'll see something from the guy.
Well, he's definitely going to be the workhorse this weekend.
So I'm hoping that this allows him to get touches, and who knows? Maybe we do have something there. Maybe we have a diamond in the rough with Breida. But this league now, you got 2 backs, and they all look small to me, man. None of those guys look big either. They all look kind of small. They all look like they're all the same. Scat backs, like little scat backs and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, Arizona. Like I said, well, we'll get into that when we get to the look ahead portion of the show. But yeah, I agree with what you were saying. Alex, what's your take, sir, on the and you were there as well. So
Yeah,
how did it look to see Tua live? Actually,
it was awesome. I mean, a lot of fans in the stadium. Everybody wearing the Hawaiian lei. It's called a lei, I think, right? The necklace. Everybody was rocking that.
They were giving leis at the game.
No, these are just fans that just happen to have it on.
I was gonna say, it doesn't sound
a
too
lot of
Tua,
a lot of Tua jerseys. It was I haven't seen that many jerseys for a quarterback since Marino. So there's a lot of excitement. I think
many Fiedler jerseys when I had mine on.
I mean, the game was great. I mean, again, Justin said the defense was unbelievable, but I can tell you right now, the best Emmanuel Ogbah, man, that's like the best signing we've had since when? Like off season. I mean, dude, that guy is like, I think he has 6 or 7 sacks, if I'm not mistaken.
6 already.
That guy has been amazing. God willing, he stays healthy, but I mean, man, that guy is consistently pressuring the quarterback every week. And the Rams have a pretty good O-line, so we're not playing bums out there. So the defense played good. I mean, Van Noy played really good. The secondary played really good. The run defense.
Van Ginkel.
Yeah, Van Ginkel. I mean, I didn't know he was that fast. And then, there's a Jakeem Grant sighting, with the punt return.
Right.
That was huge. Offense, we have a lot of work. I don't have an issue with the O-line. I think it's fine. But it's evidence that we have 2 problems on offense. We don't have a running back that's an every down back that can make a guy miss, that can catch out of the backfield consistently. We don't have that. I miss Jay Ajayi, damn. From when he had the good season. But anyway, our running back situation is horrible. I'm not gonna get back to that. We should have drafted a running back instead of Noah. I'm beyond that already. But I don't understand why we can't. We could have traded for like a Kerryon Johnson, a better player than.
There was a couple of guys out there that I.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know. And then receiver wise, we don't have a game breaker. We don't have a guy that could catch a ball and take it to the house.
Well, we might have that guy coming this week.
I mean, Preston Williams again drops a bunch of balls. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with the guy, man.
Same drive, dude. 2 on the same drive.
I thought the play calling was extremely conservative. The second half, we didn't score a point. And, another issue I have is between Devontae Parker and Gesicki, I think it was 4 targets the whole game. Both of them combined. Devontae Parker only had 1 catch. That touchdown, that's it.
Touchdown, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't recall if Jalen Ramsey was on him the whole game.
Oh, no, Jalen Ramsey wasn't playing.
Oh, even worse.
He went out early, actually.
So
yeah, I agree. I was sitting here saying the same thing. Like, why is Gesicki not being more involved in?
I don't get the play calling. I get it. It's Tua's first start. You want to ease him in, but I mean, eventually you have to let it loose. And this Sunday we're playing a team that I would probably say is one of the top
offensive teams.
10 offenses in the NFL. With Kyler Murray running the ball, that's going to be a problem against us.
Well, I mean, our defense has gotten better, obviously, since the Cam Newton.
I don't know if I think Kenyon Drake is out. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I have not seen that yet.
I think he's out. I don't know, but I mean, Xavier Howard and Byron Jones are going to have their hands full of Hopkins. So we're definitely.
Kirk has been playing well. Yeah, last couple of games too.
Our offense, listen, our offense has to put up points this weekend. There's no way that we're going to hold Arizona to 10, 17 points. They're going to put up points.
I don't see that. No,
so
I agree.
Our offense. I mean, I think we have to open up the playbook a lot more downfield. Some misdirection, something.
I haven't checked on their defense as far as Arizona's defense. If they're any good, really.
Buda Baker's a good player.
Peterson still. So,
they're good Bakers, but their D-line I don't think is that great.
So just to interject there, they have the number 1 ranked offense per yards a game. So they have the most yards in the NFL offense. And then how we're number 1.
We're playing over there, by the way, too.
Yeah, and how we're number 1, and we're the Dolphins are the best points defense in the league. They're number 5 points defense in the league. So.
Yeah, so I mean, we're gonna have our hands full against Kyler Murray, so it's gonna be I think it's.
And their defense doesn't give up points either, really. So,
They got to open the playbook, man. We can't win games like that every week. We can't rely on our defense and
special. You know what it is? I believe it's Chan Gailey does not know what to do in the second half of games. Agreed. Like last week I was talking about, Ryan Fitzpatrick's arm dying, right? But now you look at it. How many points do we score against the Jets in the second half? How many points do we score against the Rams in the second half? I just don't think he knows how to coach when he's in the lead. I think he wants to be conservative and run the ball out. But how can you run the ball out with a bad running game?
Yeah, we don't have any run. Yeah.
There was one play in the second half that was like, that's Tua in a nutshell. It was 3rd and 3, and he did the RPO quick out to I think it was Isaiah Ford. To be honest, to Isaiah Ford.
Wasn't it Gesicki's only catch?
No.
Oh.
Wait,
no, you might be right. You might be right because I remember Ford being.
Yeah. So I think it was like a 3rd down and we got it, and I was like, okay, see, that's to his bread, buddy. You get it. RPO perfect.
They went up. They scored the 7. It was 7 at that point. It was 17-28. I think already. We needed that for that.
Yeah.
So now he opens it up. But why couldn't you just do that more often?
I don't know.
Let the kid a chance to fucking go.
Let's see if Callaway gets any playing time.
He's 100%. What I'm hearing from my sources is that he's been grinding. Like, he knows that he had the off-field issues, and since he's been in Miami, he's just had his head down, learning the playbook, getting in tune back into football shape. And apparently Brian Flores loves this guy. I mean, it was evident that as soon as his suspension got over, he got promoted immediately to the team. Immediately. Like
there was a tweet that they were saying about the whole Ford trade that it's just, they're probably now they're going to give more time to Lyndon Bolden, whatever the fuck his name is.
Lyndon Bolden.
And the other kid.
I thought Malcolm Perry died
yeah.
when they did the Wildcat play, and I thought Aaron Donald killed him.
And that's another thing. Please don't do that again. Don't do this Wildcat play shit. Don't think about it.
We have 2 quarterback wide receivers, bro. We have Lynn Bowden and fucking Malcolm Perry.
But don't take the ball out of Tua's hands. I'm sorry. I don't want that. I don't want that to happen. But it also said in the tweet that Callaway, who just happens to be coming off suspension and is already basically active on the active roster.
Well, Callaway should be a better talent than Isaiah Ford. I mean, Isaiah Ford was a 7th round draft pick, and everyone said Callaway should have been a 1st rounder if he didn't have the off-field issues.
Yep.
Another thing with that trade is that we have an abundance of wide receivers. We also have Allen Hurns and freaking Albert Wilson just not playing because of COVID. So what happens next year? I mean, Isaiah Ford contract was up, so
gone anyway.
I wish we had Albert Wilson right now on the slot. That would have been great.
I agree with you. I agree. But Callaway, me personally, it's not a bias. Maybe I'm a little biased because I love them at Florida. He will be your 2nd best receiver, and he could be your number 1 receiver. He's that talented. He's that good. To me, I think he's better than Preston Williams as far as I'm concerned. Already, I don't give a fuck what anyway.
That guy's dropping everything right now.
Not even before the drops this weekend. I think I even tweeted something about it. Maybe I never sent it. I don't know. Saying that as soon as Callaway hits the field, he's number 2, automatically, because he's better than. I'm not gonna say he's better than Parker, only because Parker does different things, but Callaway's a fucking baller, bro. Callaway's a baller. He stretches the field.
I just want to see how they're gonna set everything up. I don't know if Callaway can play the slot. Out of all his,
you said when I sent you the little videos clips, you were like, I didn't see no slot out of that. I'm like, well, I mean,
yeah, because he was always on the outside burning people to the end zone.
Hey, he had 5 touchdowns his rookie year. Shit, what the fuck? The kid's a baller, bro. The kid's a baller. I didn't even know we had him until you guys mentioned it. I didn't even know that. I had heard about it, but I didn't know we had actually.
We kept him. He was a very good secret that we've been holding in our practice squad.
Yeah, dude. I didn't even know. And we do a podcast on this motherfucking Dolphins. I didn't even know that we had him. When I heard about it, I was like, yeah, I was excited about that because man.
How are you not excited? How is the fan base not so excited, bro? Even if Tua is an average quarterback, this team has the potential just to be so amazing in the next couple of years. It's just when you think about it, it just has to put a smile on your face. Especially that Houston is so bad. Can you imagine a defense in the middle of your park? You have Jerome Baker and fucking Micah Parsons in the middle of your defense. And then you have the freaking boundary that you do. And now that, I mean, Eric Rowe is one hell of a tight end eraser. Like, he just skirt. Like, you don't even see the tight end. That shit's away. I mean, Bobby McCann has his physical limitations, but he's been playing outstanding. Our defensive line, with freaking Emmanuel Ogba and Shaq Lawson have been playing well. If you can just get that linebacker that can stop the run consistently, and a Micah Parsons who is a freak. He's an athletic freak. He's a monster. If you thought Isaiah Simmons is a freak, this man, Micah Parsons, make him. They're very comparable in the physical athleticism that these two players have, and we get to see Isaiah Wilson on Sunday. So Isaiah Simmons, I don't know why I called him Wilson.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I don't know where that came from, but okay, yeah, no, I'm excited. Don't get me wrong, no, and I'm not with the people who. There's people already talking shit about Tua, and dude, calm the fuck down, dude. First start against a good defense, against the best defensive player, against the best player in the league, probably overall, if some people believe. So. And he did his stuff. He did his thing. He did the stuff he needed to do. He scored a touchdown. He threw a touchdown pass, which was actually kind of cool because it was somebody put it on Twitter. I think it was the game was on November 1st, which was 11-1. Tua threw a touchdown to Parker, who was 1-11. So somebody said something about that, which was pretty cool. I don't know. I thought that was cool too. Yes, they definitely need to let him spread his wings a little. Look. It's not Tannehill, bro. No handcuffs. This kid came from a system. He's prepared.
He's confident as all hell.
He's confident as all hell. I was going to say that too. And, I mean, if you look at the throw, that one throw he did, he went deep. I forgot who it was to.
To Mike Gesicki.
It wasn't a great throw, obviously, but they need to do that more often. I think they need to do that a little bit more often in this game.
I would disagree that throw to Mike Gesicki was a bad throw.
No, not the one that almost got intercepted.
Oh, you're talking about a different one. To Preston Williams. That Preston Williams looked like he gave up on the ball.
Yeah, so I don't know how good of a throw it was because, like you said, he looked like he gave up on the ball. So, I'll scratch that off, dude. That was his first, deep throw in the NFL. So, but I expect to see. I need to see that more often. We need Chip LaMarca. I like that name. We need to see that more, and I think that a team like Arizona, you said they're scoring defense, or at least holding opponents to points, is good. Doesn't mean we can't stretch the field on them.
Okay, saying. But in saying that, Patrick Peterson held DK Metcalf to practically nothing when they played, and we don't have a DK Metcalf. I mean, we have a Devontae Parker, but.
Yeah, but we don't have. But
now, if your boy Antonio Callaway can stretch the field and Preston Williams can actually hang on the ball, and we actually utilize our tight ends that we just signed one for like $7 million in.
Same drive.
How do you think our offense?
I don't remember the last time I saw that, dude. I remember the last time I saw a guy drop 2 passes on the same drive. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen that in my life.
Ted Ginn Jr.
2 passes on the same drive? I don't know, man.
I'm pretty sure Ted Ginn has done that like 1,000 times for the Dolphins.
That was tough, man. That was tough. I love Ted Ginn, man. They should have kept his ass. And especially kept him when they brought Brandon Marshall, because I would have liked to have seen that little. We talk about it all the time, actually, at the game. I love Brandon Marshall. Yeah. Okay, so you know what? People need to relax. Do you have any take on Tua, Alex, as far as first star, what you thought?
No, I mean, I kind of figured they're going to be conservative, and as far as play calling. But I mean, now that's it. They have to start opening up the offense. We got Kyler Murray this week, and then next week at home we got Justin Herbert, who's lighting it up. Every team he's playing, he's throwing for almost 300 yards a game.
But see, those are some of these games that I'm thinking we could open up the offense too, because their defense is not that good. So
yeah, I mean, it's going to be fun. We got Herbert coming here soon, and then Joe Burrow in a couple weeks after that. So
we got Arizona, Chargers, the Jets again. I think remember
Denver. Correct? I think Denver
or Denver, and then
Denver, okay. Jets, and then we're like on a 3-game in a row at home. I think it's Bengals at home, Kansas City, and then New England, I believe.
Yeah, I see us. I don't see why we can't finish that 4-game.
Oh, and there's people on ESPN already saying it's a mistake that we went to Tua, like especially on I think it's Get Up, the name of the show.
Bro, Ryan Clark is so ignorant. It makes me so angry. I hate that guy. I hate Ryan Clark.
Bro.
They don't know
I
anything
mean,
about the team.
It's ridiculous. Look, I get Herbert's situation was different than anyone else's actually, so he had to play, and hey, that he's not losing his starting job. Let's be clear. We know that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's that.
He's also
Aaron
not winning
Rodgers,
games.
But he won his first game a couple weeks ago. So I mean,
Yeah, but he's also
but,
lost
but
every
they're
game
also
that
yeah,
he's
but
played
they're also
besides that.
losing close. Are they still losing close games? They're losing all these close games.
You
Right.
lose
San
win,
Diego-
you lose big, bro. It's still a loss.
What I'm saying though is that they're like some people say they're right there. That can go the other way. They could be winning these close games. It was the same thing with Phillip Rivers there for years. They were always losing the close games. As a team, I don't know what it is. They left San Diego. Apparently, that stigma still stuck with them in the next county, wherever the fuck they are. As far as that goes in L.A., California. But yeah, that should be a fun game. Obviously, games like that are where they need to open up the offense for Tua, especially that game. You're going up against the guy who was drafted right behind you, who a lot of people thought should have been drafted where you were. So that's a nice game, and they need to open up They can't keep. He can't have games of 96 yards anymore.
No.
I'm sorry. I know he's a rookie, and I'm not trying to put all this pressure on him, but he can't have 96 yards a game anymore.
Or 30 yards rushing as a team.
Because
that.
even that's ridiculous. That's crazy. And you talk about a guy who's a runner. He didn't even affect that stat whatsoever. I mean, he didn't run at all.
No.
So they really need to, they need to let this. I get it too. Doesn't help him that Biden projected winner in Vermont.
Florida's
running
tied
game
49-49. Wow.
Oh wow. Look, Justin, you're right. My vote might have made a difference.
Good job. Good job, Victor.
Your vote would have been the deciding vote.
One of the presidential people are going to win off of one vote in Florida. It's going to be all your fault.
That would be hilarious, bro. That would be fucking hilarious.
Or very depressing. It matters who you ask.
Movie about that? Was there a movie about that? About a vote? The guy was the one vote, and they tried to fight. I think Kevin Costner was in there, so I don't know. It was funny. Swing vote or something like that. That'd be hilarious if my vote was the difference here in Florida. Yeah, the running game would obviously help Tua. It's a shame because I felt like the running game was enough for Fitzpatrick to do what he was doing. But it's not going to be enough if they're not going to open up the offense for Tua a little, making them throw the ball. They're going to need the running game to be able to open up the offense for them a little bit. At least that's how I think they feel, and I don't think that's the case. I think Tua's that guy. Oh, you need a running game. No, the guy's a stud, man. Let him fucking play football. Let him play football.
He made a lot
Simple
of really
as
good beats that were dropped. So
dude,
that Mike Gesicki thing. Mike Gesicki needs to catch that ball if he wants to be the tight end that everyone needs to catch that ball.
Hold on a second. That defender made a great play. His hand was right where it needed to be. I mean, the guy made a good play. Let's not act like the defender didn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't care.
Gesicki had made a great jump on the ball. He had it in his hands. And this guy just got in there, man.
Does your boy Pitts make that catch?
I mean, no, listen. I think it'd be tough for any tight end to make that catch. Anybody, any receiver, any tight end. When the defender is playing that well on that play like he did, it's tough to predict anyone will make that catch. Anybody. Too much moving around, too much juggling, and his hand is like right inside there. Like there's just you can't predict something like that when the defender
Julio
plays.
Jones comes down with that ball.
No, I don't think you can guarantee that. I don't think you can guarantee anybody would make that catch. Not that play. The defender played that as better than anyone could have played that. That's the way you played that play right there. And he played it exactly how he had to. And look, he almost got a fucking interception out of the bitch.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, they look actually at first before they showed the replay from around the front. I actually thought he did intercept that shit. I was like,
So did I.
I was like, no, I can deal with the fumble in the second play of the game, but I didn't want him to throw any picks. I didn't want that shit. But that would have been a hell of a play if he did make this. So it really wouldn't be his fault. So yeah, we did talk. Okay, so looking forward a little bit. Oh, and there's the, of course, it's not a My What's In podcast without an appearance by one of the rascals, either here it is again, Obi-Wan and Anakin, which I still think should have been named Darth Vader. But anyway, Looking ahead to next week. I was gonna talk a little trade deadline stuff, but you mentioned we got one guy, we got a running back, and we traded Ford for whatever we traded him for. So I mean, it's not really much to talk about as far as the trade deadline goes. And so looking ahead to next week's game. We're on the road, obviously. I mean, obviously with fans, it's not as big a deal as we normally would say. But they're traveling across the country. I think it's going to be an interesting game. I want to see a fucking shootout. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see a motherfucking shootout between Kyler Murray and fucking Tua Tagovailoa. That would be, even if we lost that game, which I think we will. I think we might lose that game. I wouldn't be shocked if we did. I mean, I think that their offense obviously is really good, and their defense doesn't give up a lot of points either. So that's not a recipe for victory all the time either, as far as us going into that game. And we're on the road. Not saying we can't win the game. Just saying I think that I wouldn't be shocked if we lost. But I'd like to see a shootout. I think it'd be fun to see it. And obviously be on top at the end of that. So to go around, I know you guys had already mentioned a few things regarding the Arizona game, but I guess more will just direct to the game itself, and what do you guys think? So I'll start with you, Justin, because I have you on the screen. I don't have Alex on the screen right now. Your thoughts on the game coming up this weekend?
Honestly, bro, I just want to win. I don't care how we win. I want to win. If Tua goes for 94 yards and we still win the game, bro, I'm gonna take that every time, bro. I'm gonna take a victory.
All day.
But do I think that's gonna happen again? Hell no. There's not much to say. I mean, it's just, my cat is just ridiculous, bro. I'm sorry. He's like in my wires. Oh, all right. Now I can give a proper analysis if he just stays there. Anyways.
Peter didn't see that. Don't worry about it.
I didn't even throw him. He
landed on the soft stuff anyway.
Yeah, he's fine. He just wants to get into the photo. I know he does. All right, here you go. You got anything to say?
Is your cat neutered by any chance?
Yeah, both cats are.
Spayed or whatever? Or
Yeah.
I don't know what they call cats. Oh, so he doesn't have his little furry nuts? Oh,
No,
man.
The ones that you're oddly obsessed with.
Yeah,
you like cat nuts. It's just the weirdest, darnest thing.
Well, when I was young, I saw a cat. I never seen a cat nuts before in my life, and they're so furry. It was fun. It was like funny to just like play with them a little bit. I was like touching them. I was like, this is the weirdest. So yeah, I guess I am obsessed with cat nuts. But anyway, so you were saying? Sorry, I don't know what to say, bro. I don't even like cats.
I think the going to the West Coast isn't going to affect us because we're used to playing at 1 o'clock games, and the 4 o'clock game is basically just a 1 o'clock game.
Yeah.
So we play a million of those. I mean, it's not like we're going to be outside in the heat because it's a dome. The only problem I think that we're going to have is that we've never historically been great against a running quarterback, but with Brian Flores' regime, maybe he's going to come up with a scheme unlike the one he came up with the Patriots. But other than that, I mean, I feel like the team is riding a high right now, and we'll see what happens. And that's all we can do.
I agree. I mean, you make good points. Like I said, I wouldn't be shocked if we lost. I wouldn't be shocked if we won. I think the defense is playing better. You know that earlier, I was not happy with the way the defense was playing. Obviously, that has changed dramatically. As far as, in my eyes, it's been a dramatic flip. The numbers support that we're a really good defense, and so yeah, I just want to fucking win. I just want to win this game. This would be a. I think we can go 3-1 in these next 4 games, with that being the one loss. And if we can get that victory, then I don't see how we don't just go 4-0 in the next 4 games. Now I know Salah. Alex, what's your take on this? Whoa.
I mean, whoa. I don't think the crowd will be. I don't think the crowd will be a factor because I think in Arizona they don't have fans. I believe still.
I don't think they have any.
So definitely, obviously, the crowd won't be a factor. It's in a dome, so no weather. Interesting to see how the Dolphins incorporate. Let's see how much touches Breida gets now. If Jordan Howard has a sighting, in the red zone or Howard, that's going to be interesting. I think Arizona, they're going to blitz a lot. They're gonna put a lot of pressure on Tua, because they know that our running game is definitely not our strong suit. So they're gonna probably blitz a lot and force quick throws, and we got to do quick routes. So Preston Williams catch the ball,
Really.
But that I think we have to Devontae Parker has to get more than 2 targets a game. That's unacceptable, man. Like, come on, Gesicki has to get more, and then now Callaway. I'm interested to see how that's going to turn out. Defensively, like Justin said, we have a lot of trouble with mobile quarterbacks, and Kyler Murray is probably right now, besides Lamar Jackson, maybe because Lamar Jackson's not playing well the last couple of weeks. I think Kyler Murray is probably one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in the NFL. Versus like Russell Wilson is probably up there at number 1, but Kyler Murray's been playing great.
Those little fuckers scats around, bro.
Yeah, man. And they got guys that can run. They got Hopkins. Christian Kirk can turn it loose. So they're gonna put a lot of pressure on Benagbeni and Nick Needham. So those guys in the slot have to play good. Because obviously, we're probably gonna have a mixture of Howard and Jones on Hopkins. So the slot guys are going to be huge, and we got to put pressure. So, because if Kyler Murray has all day to throw the ball, that's going to be a problem.
Yep. Yeah, we can't have that. You saw what Wilson did to us when he had 10 hours back there.
I don't mind if Tua gets 90 yards, but in the first half. I don't think we can beat Arizona with 90 yards passing on offense the whole game.
He needs to. I'm with Justin. If it happened to be that way, we only got 90 we won. Good. Yeah, I don't think that.
Because unlike Jared Goff, he made some bad throws at some point. Kyler Murray's not that erratic that I've seen. So we definitely have to put a lot of pressure on him, and our offense has to put up points. We got to score touchdowns. No field goals in the red zone. It's got to be 7 points every time in the red zone.
Yeah, that's what I said. I basically my best. The thing I can wish for the best is a shootout. Give me a shootout then. That we're both scoring. They want to score, then we match them. When we just trade, I don't mind trading. I don't mind trading, scores with them. But we have to make that stop or that one play.
Yeah. If we can go 5-3 into the Chargers game, because New England's struggling obviously, and Buffalo didn't look very good at all against New England. And New England didn't have to.
We actually could have beat them, and we could have beat them week 2 anyway. So yeah.
Buffalo hasn't looked great, for a couple of weeks now. So. If we win this game against Arizona, we have a good shot of winning the division at that point. But this game is huge, because now we have a light on us right now with Tua. Now you gotta deliver, man.
We gotta deliver now. Well, now we got the spotlight on us. We're always complaining that we're gonna get those Sunday night games no more. We're gonna get Monday night game. We were relevant for many years, and now we're not. No, now we're back in the spotlight. So we need to perform. We need to keep ourselves there. And then you have, the Marlins. I think you look at your state, your city, and all that shit. You got the Marlins that just almost made it to the World Series. You had the Heat in the finals. Like, you gotta pick it up, dude. This isn't a city that's lacking of victories in sports on their sports franchises right now. So you need to add to those victories for your sport. And this is a football town. This is I don't care what any Heat fan says. This is a Miami Dolphins town. It will always be a Miami Dolphins town. I don't really care. I know that the Heat had their moments. Don't get me wrong. But I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. If the Dolphins were to have, the Dolphins started to develop this team to be a championship team, you're gonna see what the city really does. This is, to me, there's nothing like when the Dolphins are winning for this city. Like, it's insane. As far as I'm going,
we got 4 picks in the first 60 next year. So I'm or whatever it is, I'm excited.
This team is gonna be insane in the next couple of years, and plus. Even if we win the division and we pick 23 or 24 if we lose in the first round of the playoffs, then we can draft Travis Etienne, bro. See, I'm okay with running back in. Well, him specifically.
That guy, listen.
He's a 22 to 32 kind of guy.
That guy is a monster,
bro. And then boom, you're good. Najee Harris, him. I don't care which one, but if you're in the 20s and you're picking in the first round, if you're the Dolphins, then okay, draft him. But
this is also you saying that with us having the top 5 from Houston.
Oh yeah. And listen, the Houston pick is going to be dumb interesting.
Listen, if we get a top 3 or 5 pick, I would try to trade that pick.
Oh hell yeah, I'm trading back. And then you could potentially get a Jalen Waddle who's coming off an injury. Oh man,
he might fall a bit. He might fall.
That's what I'm saying. You could get a Jalen if you trade back from 4. If you're in 3 or 4 and there's no one you like or in love with. I mean, I think everyone's going to be in love with Michael Parsons. Let's be honest. If Michael Parsons there, I think.
Yeah.
Vic, you have to.
So okay,
I have
so at
stats.
five,
I have stats.
we talked about it a couple weeks ago.
That's a different day. But I have comparisons that it's ridiculous. That he's insane.
Oh, he's nasty.
No, I mean, look, we could use it for our defense. I mean, so it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see where that pick with the Texans falls and what our pick is. Like you said, we could put us winning the division and losing the first round will put us in a position to probably take an Etienne late in the first, and that would be a home run for us, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, I get that's damn, just the thought of all those picks we still have left, the main picks that we have, and what this team could end up actually doing this year. To think that next year we're gonna have that. I'm with you, man. This could be
exciting. It's exciting to be a South Florida fan.
Yeah, it is.
You got the Heat that they're just gonna get better. I mean, shockingly, I know this was in a pandemic era, but they're gonna be a consistently great team in the Eastern Conference. And then you have the Miami Dolphins that they're good this year, and they are going to get better. Like, it's not if and but what. No, they are gonna get better as seasons moves. And it's crazy because you look at the Brian Flores, like he wins 5 games with the worst team in NFL history, right? I mean, the Jets are now competing, but can I ask you a question? Why is no one destroying the Jets like they destroyed the Miami Dolphins? Like, when the Dolphins are trading away players for legit good capital, like 2 firsts and 2 seconds, but no, we're endangering our team. We're doing an NFL a disservice, this, that, and the third, but no one's doing this to the freaking Jets. I feel like it's worse.
I've heard people say it. Yeah, they're tanking for Trevor. They say it with this glee, like if it's all good, and but when it was us, it's like crucify us for fucking wanting to better the team by, and it's not like, again, I don't believe in tanking anyway. So, yeah, it's like, what the fuck, bro? Why do they fucking come on us?
And we won 5 games that year. And look, and now Brian Flores has a legit team, and we have 4 or 5 wins already. 4 wins? We're 4-3, right? And that's only week 7. And from trajectory, it's just the team is gonna get better. It's insane. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I'm
I hate the fact that we are not, like, this all happened and we're not there, and we didn't get. I mean, well, Alex is there, but we didn't get to see Tua play his first game. We didn't. But I kind of like this thing. I like being home and watching it and being able to, do what I got to do here, whatever it is, what it is. But I can't wait to get back out there, especially when this team is even better than what, like you're saying. So, well, you know what? Before we go, real quick, I just want to say, me and Justin were talking about it before we actually started recording. This story, it's kind of this funky little story I had saved there. I've been sitting on it for a little bit. A guy in Belgium who rented a helicopter tour. Actually, you quickly, if you could summarize a little shorter, read the story that you had a. Listen to this, Alex. This is great, and listeners, this is great.
So a man in Belgium attempted to break his girlfriend out of jail, who was convicted, or in suspicion of being convicted of killing her ex-boyfriend. So her current boyfriend is trying to break this girl out who got convicted of killing her ex-boyfriend by kidnapping a helicopter using a fake gun. And they went to the jail, circle around the jail, and he got sick. He got motion sickness from going around in the helicopter, had to land, and they had a getaway car and whatever. The reason why they caught the man is because he used his actual name when getting the helicopter tour.
Good job.
I mean, he can't.
I mean, he couldn't even land in the prison to get the woman out, and then he started getting sick on the helicopter while they were going around in circles. He got to his getaway car, and then they caught him where? I forgot. You said they caught him. I forgot when later.
They caught him a couple hours later with him and his stepdad just hanging out. They were just chilling. All because he used his real name in his attempted robbery of a helicopter.
So for those that want to know, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you guys off.
No.
So they're projecting Trump is going to win Florida.
Here we
close,
go.
but he's going to win. Go. He's up by 2%. But the Panhandle still hasn't voted, but the Panhandle is pro-Republican.
He's up big in North Carolina.
Yeah, he's going to win Florida, it looks like.
Well, he's not gonna win in Belgium, that's for sure. And neither did this guy. Bro, that story was hilarious, bro. People are just. I mean, and they say all this shit only happens in Florida. Well, look, guys, it happens in other places too, buddy. People do stupid shit.
But then you get the Floridians like Javon Wims who just punches people in the face for no reason during the game.
That guy, bro. And then he snatches his chain. What are you? You're not Aqib Talib, bro. Like, I mean, you're not a gangster.
The best fight I ever saw was, remember that game, the Texans and the Titans? Andre Johnson and I think it's Cortland. I forgot
Finnegan.
Finnegan, bro.
They
went at it. That was awesome.
Those guys hated it.
Yeah, but they had a reason to. This man literally was defended by someone else. Decided to be like, all right, the play's over. Let me walk all the way over here, not say anything, just punch him in the face.
That was
his chain first.
Yeah, that was awful.
Snatched the guy's chain off his neck first.
Yeah, that was.
Swung one, looked at him, got up, and then swung again, and then they. But you know what? I'll give him. He started getting his ass beat by like fucking.
Let me ask you: this guy that this latest incident, he didn't get suspended at all.
2 games.
Okay.
I personally believe he should have been suspended for the rest of the year.
Oh, well,
simple.
Let's just say if that other person was like a star player, he would have been suspended the whole season.
Probably. Yeah, 2 games. That's insane.
And if Tom Brady would have threw that pass, and not Daniel Jones, that's a pass interference, right?
Well, look, but somebody made a good point to me. I forgot who it was that said that you look at Myles Garrett. Was it Myles? Who's the one that got suspended for hitting the quarterback from Pittsburgh?
Oh, Myles Garrett.
He got suspended for the rest of the season. Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
He got suspended for the rest of the season, and he got called the N-word. I don't want to say it. He got called names apparently, and I mean this guy got offended, but I don't know what. They still haven't said exactly why he got mad or whatever.
Apparently he got spit on.
One thing, something like that. Yeah, it was some stupid thing. And this guy, he had time. This was all premeditated because he had time to think about it.
If Myles Garrett would have thrown a helmet at Patrick Mahomes, he would have been arrested on site.
On site,
arrested,
right there.
And he would have been suspended at least 2 seasons if that would have happened.
He would have been. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Not against Mason Rudolph. They're not gonna let And I think Myles
Garrett.
Where is
Mason Rudolph? Is he still in Pittsburgh?
They're sitting pretty at 7-0.
He's a backup. I mean, they don't need him, but I'm just saying. Like, I just thought about where he did.
It's sickening. It's sickening. Like I knew we had to trade Fitzpatrick, but it's sickening. Like every time I see highlights of the Steelers, he's making a big play every time. It's so it's sickening to see it.
Weak-minded, bro. He ain't a Dolphin. I didn't want him to be a Dolphin.
No, I know, but it's like Jesus. Every time is like.
Yeah, whatever, bro. He could be 7-0 and not win a Super Bowl with the Steelers. That's all right.
It all happened. Those are the guys that you build around. Those young guys. Yeah. I would have liked to see them stay. Drake too. Drake was another guy that would have kept. I mean, what did we even get for him?
We got Matt Breida.
Yeah. Yeah, jury's still out. He's gonna start this week. Jury's still out.
Unless this guy, DeAndre Washington, just somehow fucking starts for some reason. Or Laird is playing. I don't know. Who knows with this fucking coaching staff who plays at running back?
He ain't no Leon Washington, I'll tell you that much.
I don't get how we couldn't swing a trade for someone, man. Like, I don't know.
I don't see why you don't sign Le'Veon Bell or Leonard Fournette if this is the outcome, bro. It's
correct.
Ridiculous.
Right.
We already and when Bell was available, he did.
We tried, but
Kansas City, but who knows what we offered him or whatever.
I don't know.
Considering that at that point of Bell being available, we knew we had no running game. We were trying to sugarcoat it with Gaskin and the little bullshit, but we know we didn't have it. So why? Why not make the extra push to get the fucking guy? I mean, whatever. It is what it is. We'll have to see what we do for the rest of the season. We'll see what this Deion Washington or DeAndre Washington, whatever the fuck his name is. Let's see what he does.
He's literally like Jakeem Grant, but as a running back. He's 5'8", stocky, and fast.
They're all the same. I already said it. We said it earlier. They're all the same. All our running backs are all the same. Small, scat back looking back.
Literally.
We don't got nobody big, nobody to catch the ball. Jesus Christ.
He's really Jakeem Grant, but a running back.
Well, look, no more talking shit about Jakeem Grant because he made a hell of a play this weekend. So we're back on the he's back in the good graces for now.
He's still trash.
He made a nice catch, that throw on that laser by Tua. He made a great catch.
The best throw I've seen all year from anybody ever in my entire life was that throw to James Durant.
Ever.
It's a bullet.
That's the best throw I've ever seen in the history of the NFL. So as we close out, we had some updates on the election. I'm going to stay up and wait to see what happens, if we have a new fearless leader in this country or not. I don't know about you gentlemen, but I appreciate you guys taking the time to come on and get on here with me and talk about this up-and-coming team, these new Miami Dolphins that we're all excited about, and hopefully we'll come out with a victory on Sunday, and we'll talk about that victory next week with you guys, and hopefully we'll have Brandon on next week. We'll get everybody together, the Four Horsemen, running at you, coming at you. So for the guys, for me, for everybody, my one said, thanks again for joining us and listening, and be good. Peace out, gentlemen. Thanks for joining.
Thanks,
Good night.
man. Good night.